Hello my arty friends, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. So in today's video I've got another Jackson's art haul. So for Christmas I got a few Jackson's art vouchers and this is how I spent them. I made another video a few weeks ago, so I'll link that up above and down below in the description if you want to go and have a look at that. I got more watercolour-y things in that video, and in this one I've centred it more around gouache. So I bought before a portable painter and I loved it that much that I decided to buy a micro portable painter too to use with gouache, and I'm really excited about it. I've been watching a lot of Sarah Birn's arts or Sarah Birn Studios videos lately, and I've just been completely obsessed with her gouache painting, and I'm really not very good at gouache myself, so I wanted to get a few colours that she recommended and just practice. Now I do already have some gouache paints, but when she recommended these colours I felt as though I needed to try them, and obviously when you have art supply vouchers sitting around it feels like a burning hole in my pocket, so I just thought I'll treat myself this time to some nice gouache paints. So I got two Schmincke Horadam ones, lemon yellow and Helio Turquoise, and then these two are Winsor & Newton's designer gouache, and it's Quinacridone Magenta and permanent white. I do have a tube of permanent white, but I've nearly used it all up because I use it as final details for pretty much all my other mediums. So here I've got some Micron Pigma pens. I've never actually had a coloured Micron pen before. I use my black ones all the time, so much so that I'm constantly replacing them. And when I was on the Jackson's website window shopping, I saw that they did them in different colours, so I thought I'd add a few of those to my basket. Next is one of these tiny Tombow Mono Zero erasers. Absolutely love those, great for tiny little details on your sketches or drawings. And this little thing is my absolute favourite pencil sharpener ever. I can't say enough good things about these. I've got a couple of them. I did drop one of them on my kitchen tile floor the other day and smashed the little casing on it, but I glued it back together and it's fine, but I thought I'd still like to get another one because I've just got these pencil sharpeners everywhere. They are really good for tiny pencils, the hexagonal, I think that's how you say, hexagonal pencils. They're good for the Derwent Lightfast pencils or like any thick barreled pencil really, so a really versatile, good pencil sharpener. And as you can probably tell from the cover, this is a Strathmore Tone Tan mixed media pad. I'm just comparing it there to my toned grey that I've got in my little handmade sketchbook. But I have always loved Strathmore's Tone Tan paper, and I haven't had it in a mixed media version, so I thought I'd grab a pad of that so I can practice with that and my gouache. Next up is this little pack of watercolour brushes. I mainly got it for the Raven synthetic, I think it's a mop, you would call them a mop brush, I'm not really sure, but I've always wanted one of these. I always see them and think they look really fancy, and the fact that it come in the size that I wanted in this little pack with some other brushes I could try, straight in my basket, that one. And next up is a Stillman and Birn Beta Series Mixed Media Sketchbook. I have been using this sketchbook since I filmed this unboxing video, and honestly it's probably one of my favourite sketchbooks I've ever used. I know a lot of people don't really like it for watercolour, but I love it for watercolour. I think the paints react really differently on the paper, and I'll show you in a few minutes a few of the paintings I've done in it, so stay tuned. But before that, this is the last thing I bought in this Jackson's art haul, and if I'm honest with you, is probably the only thing I regret buying in this one. I'm not really sure why I wanted a brush case. It's one of those things on the day where I thought, oh, I'm buying some nice fancy watercolour brushes, and I've got some nice watercolour brushes that I just sort of have in a pot, and I thought it would be nice to have a nice storage case to put them in, but then I thought it's just not as easy, is it, to just grab my watercolour brushes out of my pot on the side. I have to unzip my case and get them out that way. So I'm sure I'll find a use for it in the future. I'm definitely sure I will, but for now I probably won't use this as much as I thought I would when I bought it. Perhaps I'll use it when I go plein air painting or something like that. And I do think it's really cool. I like how the little compartments stand up so you can put your brushes in that way. I think that's really cool. So it's good for your desk, but yeah. And that's it for this art haul and my Jackson's vouchers that I got for Christmas. So I'm really happy with the things I bought. I'll definitely use everything. I'll even use the brush case, but I'm just not sure how yet. I'm sure I'll find a use for it, but I just wanted to show you this portable painter for a moment and how neat this little thing is. So the other one has got, hang on, I'll insert a clip really quick. Here we go. So this is the Portable Painter Classic. And as you can see, it has 12 little compartments. You can put your paints and also some little cups that go on the side that you can either use as water pots or like pen pots and brush pots. And then when you're finished painting, you can empty your water out and fit it all back together into this little neat compact palette. And I just think it's really, really awesome and I love it. So because I was so excited about that, and the micro palette is a bit cheaper, I thought, you know what, I'm just going to get the other one as well. I feel like they are a special little gadget for a watercolour or gouache artist to have, to be honest. And yeah, I was just excited about it. And yes, I do realise that they are quite expensive for a palette with no paint in it, but I suppose it's just up to you whether that's something that you would like to get or not, really. The reason I haven't bought them for so long after wanting them is because I didn't really want to pay for it with my own money, but when I got my vouchers for Christmas, I thought this is the time we treat ourselves to these special little things we've always wanted. And truthfully, there is a few things, well, two things in life that I'm quite obsessed with. One is books of any kind, that be sketchbooks, novels, journals, anything like that, and also watercolour palettes. I don't know why, I just find them so satisfying. And just look how satisfying this little guy is, honestly. So for this one you have 6 compartments or half pans to put your paints in, you have a little water pot and an extra little mixing space. And then I don't know why I haven't stuck in, there we go, I'm doing it now. So yeah, you've got 2 good little mixing compartments plus that little, the bigger compartment which you can put water in if you want, or even more paints. I wasn't sure at first about how I would use that little pull-out thing on the back, but I realise now that I think it just slips between your fingers so it's easy to hold. So overall, I just think it's great, and it is like the size of a credit card really, and you can even put it on your car keys or your key ring of some kind and just keep it with you all the time. It literally just fits in your pocket. And it is easy to put together and take apart. I am just an idiot who struggled on the day, but now I realise. And now I'm just going to show you this Stillman and Birn sketchbook and also some of the paintings I've done in it since buying it as well. So I'd love to know, please do let me know in the comments, what are you? What kind of person? Are you a softcover sketchbook person or a hardcover sketchbook person? Just recently, I have been really trying to fill a sketchbook. I've struggled for years. I'll do one bad drawing and I'm like, this is it. The sketchbook is ruined. I'll never use it again. And that is just such a unhealthy way of looking at things. So I love this softcover. I love this softcover sketchbook because I'm just so much less precious about it. It gets marked up easier, it gets bent easier, and to some people that might be a con of using this sketchbook, but to me, I don't know, it just feels like it's a sketchbook that I can use without worrying about it being all perfect all the time. But saying that, I have been using it and I actually do love all the little paintings I've done in it so far. So here's what I'm showing you on the screen now. I'm really proud of that Hollywood Tower of Terror one. I'll show you a bit closer in a second. but yeah, you can see watercolors just work really lovely on it. They come out really, really vibrant. The pages do warp, that is true, and I don't mind that in this sketchbook. That's another thing I really don't mind. I suppose I should do a proper review on it eventually. Let me know if you'd like that, because there is definitely mixed feelings about how watercolour works on this sketchbook. And if you like the look of the paintings in here so far, these will mostly be their own videos in a few weeks' time, so don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to see those. One quick thing I'd like to mention is, can you see here how the thread seems to be missing this little hole? I feel like I might have received a faulty sketchbook, but I didn't realise that until I started painting in it, and then I just thought, oh, perfect, that makes me not worry about it even more. And it doesn't seem like it's going to fall apart at all. It all seems pretty sturdy, so I'm not worried about it too much. Okay, and now time for the swatching. I'm literally doing this with 3 colours, and then at the end I will use white and show you how you can mix these colours to make more pastel tones as well. So I was watching Sarah Byrne's Studios videos, and she was talking about gouache and how you don't need many gouache paints to get started, and she recommended these colours. I have a Winsor & Newton set of gouache, but they wasn't the colours that she recommended. I think I had a lemon yellow, but apart from that I didn't have this kind of blue and I didn't have this kind of pink. So basically what this is a more CMYK palette, and that is a cooler palette. So it's like the palette Arc printers use. You know what, I'm probably getting this all backwards. I don't really know anything. But anyways, this is a much more cooler palette, and the colours are lemon yellow, quinacridone magenta and helio turquoise. And you can see that they are quite cool colours. Now, I prefer working with cool colours usually, and what I love about these 3 is just the mixes you can create with them. You will be shocked. I actually can't believe what colours you can create with just these. So I'm starting off with just the yellow and the magenta, and I'm not going to explain how I'm mixing every colour, because I'm sure you can see it on the screen if you are watching, but you'll see just the variation of colours, and it's just such a fabulous palette, I think, for if you're starting out in gouache, or you just want to go a bit simple for a change. Perhaps you've got loads of colours and you just want a limited palette, then this is such a great combination, and you can mix such amazing colours with it, and they're also vibrant too. You can see how vibrant those oranges are that I'm doing right now, and what I'm doing is I started off with adding more magenta, and then I've just added a little bit more yellow to the mix to make different variations of that colour. So I feel like your usual primary colours would be like a primary red or cadmium red or vermilion or something like that, a ultramarine blue or primary blue, and then also maybe like something around a cadmium yellow. And what I don't like about mixing those colours really is I feel like you can't get really vibrant mixes or complementary colours. So look how vibrant that purple is that I just laid down. I can't believe that you can create a vibrant purple like that. Usually, because I've only got the more warmer colours to mix, I end up with a more dull purple, and I usually buy a dioxazine purple or something like that to go with my set. But with this 3 colour combo, you don't need to do that. You can have a more pink leaning purple or a more blue leaning purple really, really easily. Also, look at these greens now. They are just so vibrant. I was absolutely shocked when I was swatching these out, honestly. I didn't expect to get such a great colour range, and then all you need to do is add a white and a black, and you've got everything you could wish for in a gouache palette, to be honest. So now I'm going to start mixing the colours I've got on my palette to make a few more muted and more duller mixes, and maybe some more earthy colours you would call them. You can make a beautiful, beautiful like burnt sienna or burnt umber colour, as you can see here. You can also make a really easy yellow ochre colour. I feel like the possibilities are endless. I really do. I'll have to do a painting very, very soon with just this palette, and I'll let you know how I get on. I feel as though I am forever grateful to Sarah Byrne's studio for recommending this palette, well, these 3 colours, because lately I've been loving using limited palettes, and this is the ultimate limited palette, really, isn't it? And if you add a white and a black, then I've got 5 spaces filled in my portable painter, and then it's just about which other colour I feel like I'm missing. And look here, you can even make your own black. So this is just a few of the colour variations you can make with these 3 colours. You can obviously add more of one colour to the other to make more variations. I could have definitely made a darker green there to show you as well, but you get the gist, and I also just can't wait to play with these more. I've actually put them in my portable painter now, and I'm waiting for them to dry out, so then I can try them out as a dried gouache version. I'm really interested to see how that will work. So now we are going to add some white to the exact same colours, and I will show you how you can make some beautiful pastel tones. I'm using the Permanent White by Winsor & Newton Designers Gouache, and I've also got a zinc white which I like to use. So I've heard some people say that that one's better for mixing, but I haven't really tried that out properly yet, so I will have to try it one day. But the Permanent White is just a very, very white, and I like to use that, and it's also a little bit thicker in my opinion to the zinc white as well. I love how if you use a magenta colour like this Quinacridone Magenta, you can make such a beautiful candy pink colour by just adding water to that. I always find it so difficult to find a nice pink that is also light fast. It's very, very difficult to find, and luckily this Quinacridone Magenta is classed as light fast, and it is the exact kind of pink that I like, so isn't that lucky? On the tube of the Quinacridone Magenta, it's got an A on it, and that is the second one down in Winsor & Newton's most light fast colours, so I would class a AA and also an A as light fast colours in my opinion. I'm so excited to show you this peach colour, and also the one after it that you can make with white, the lemon yellow, and also the Quinacridone Magenta. I feel like it's a beautiful colour for skin tones, or, well, just whatever you would use a peach tone like that for. But yeah, just by adding that little bit of white, you can push these colours so much further, and then also with black, but unfortunately I don't show you the colour chart with black in this video, although I might make a full swatching video again in the future and add black to it as well, because I'm interested, so I may as well record it at the same time. As for the Schmincke Horadam colours that I've got here, they work on a 6-star light fastness rating system, with 6 stars being the highest light fast and 1 star being the lowest light fast. So the Helio Turquoise has 4 stars, and the lemon yellow has 3 stars. So I definitely class the Helio Turquoise as being light fast, but I'm not so sure about the lemon yellow. All I want it for anyway is sketchbook work, so it's not a problem to me, but I just thought I would let you know just in case you were interested in this colour. I do know that Winsor & Newton has a lemon yellow that is a permanence A, so that is classed as light fast if you wanted to get a lemon yellow, but you didn't want to risk the Schmincke one. So can you see just how amazing these variations of colours are? In a minute I'll show you how you can get like some more browns and also grey tones by mixing just a load of mess on your palette, to be honest. But yeah, I just as I said before, I just can't believe the variation you can get in just 3 colours. I love colour, as you probably know by now if you've watched any of my videos, but yeah, I just love colour so much, and so just the fact that you can mix all of these colours from just 3, including white, is absolutely insane to me. It makes me feel so excited that I could probably cry. I love that you can mix these beautiful sky blue tones as well, and yeah, I just I'm looking forward to taking these out with me and doing some painting, but also I'm looking forward to just practicing with gouache at home, because as I said, I struggle with gouache loads. I've got absolutely no idea how to use it without reactivating the colour underneath all the time. That's something I really struggle with, and that is why really I prefer acrylic gouache, because you don't reactivate the colours underneath once they're dry when you go on top with more layers. So definitely something I've got to practice with, but I'm excited to do the practice. And that is near enough it for this video. I'm just going to show you a few of the different grey tones around the edges that you could also mix with these colours, and that's about it. So I just wanted to say before this video ends, thank you all so much for the support and comments and just views and subscribes and everything on this YouTube channel so far. This is really what I want to spend my time doing now with my art, as I'm enjoying it so much. I can paint and do whatever I want and then share it with you guys on this channel, and I'm just having such a great time and I'm really enjoying making these videos. So if you're still here and you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like this one and leave me a comment and just let me know what you thought of it, maybe what you'd like to see from me in the future even, anything like that. I'd just love to hear from you. And don't forget to subscribe. And yeah, that's about it. And this is all the colours I was able to make on this sheet with just a white and 3 primary colours. Also, just quickly, I will mention that I did use black for those very darkest little colour swatches on this chart. You can see there next to the greens and also the blue. I just wanted to see really quickly how dark I could push those colours without them being just black. So there you go. So I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope you learned something, even just watching me, about colour mixing. And yeah, that is it for today. So thank you. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.